Okay, I might actually be live on YouTube right now, and I will tell you I'm not 100% sure because I haven't done a live on YouTube for quite a while. But I am so excited to be here with you today because I'm so inspired to share with you how I have been creating a new wellness routine, a new lifestyle, which has me ready for summer 2019. So, if you're anything like me, I really got out of shape on many different levels. I got out of shape with my body. I got out of shape with taking care of my mental, emotional life. I probably wasn't nearly as regular about my skincare, hair care routine either. And I found that by the time the end of spring started to come, that the results were showing up in so many different ways. I was just not feeling energized to go to the gym. I wasn't feeling energized to take care of myself in all the ways that having a really fabulous wellness routine demands of you. And actually, I don't even like to think of it as a demand, as just sort of like getting on track and getting connected to what really helps you to vibe higher in your life. So let me jump in and share with you how I have started to create a new wellness routine. So the very first thing that I did is I took the time to realize that I haven't been consistent in any aspects with my wellness routine. I really haven't been consistent enough. And consistency is the word that is right now that keeps coming up for me in terms of like my workouts, like doing social media, YouTube lives. I mean, consistency is one thing that I really need to work on. And it's something that I'm not scared to show up and do, which is why I'm here right now, just doing this YouTube live as a way to sort of get back into the game and get comfortable with remembering how to do the tech, remembering how to think about uh, my schedule, all of those sorts of things. So, okay, so let me just get into it. So, creating a new wellness routine. First of all, you have to acknowledge what isn't working. So, for me, although I love going to my gym, which has a steam room, infrared sauna, it has amazing classes, I sort of just felt like I would go and I would do the same exact routine every time. I would get onto these like really intelligent, smart treadmills. I would do a Jillian Michaels styled interval run, which supposedly changed every day you came in, and it did in really minor ways. It wasn't enough of a change for me. And I just sort of like didn't connect with anybody. And I just sort of like put the blinders on and just sort of got into this like strange groove of being really disconnected with my workout. And I really feel that if you want to get the best results with a fitness program, you really need to tune in on so many different levels with your mental game, with your spiritual, soulful game. And also just thinking in terms of the body itself, it needs to have diversity in order to grow. So I guess you could say I sort of hit a plateau. And what I realized is that I took a chance on a small gym that's in the area where I live. And it has been such a blessing in disguise. It's been phenomenal because I have been able to change the pace and start doing a cross style workout, which I will say by no means of the imagination did I ever think that I was truly in shape to start a CrossFit routine, but I went. This is like a modified CrossFit class, so there's not like any of the gymnastics that you might see with a CrossFit routine, such as like using rings and using bars to do like, I don't know, muscle up, chin ups and stuff. And and then there's none of the like Olympic style lifting of heavy weights. So I came to my first class. They have this opportunity to be able to do three classes, for free. So I said, I'm going to do three and then I'll make my mind up from there. And the first class was really hard. I will totally not lie to you. I literally, buckets of sweat was pouring out, but it was so radically different because it completely woke me up to what I had been doing wrong at the other gym. went back to the second class, went back to the third class. And suddenly I have now completed 9 classes and I already can feel my body making significant shifts. I'm meeting new people and I'm getting connected with people in a small scale gym setting that really is helping me to transform my entire wellness routine. So, that's what I did. I acknowledged what wasn't working. And then I sort of listened to my intuition, signed up with a new gym, and have found myself in this beautiful community of people who are there to get in shape, which is like, that's kind of like a byproduct of going for me. For me, the first thing is just showing up and being consistent. And that feels so amazing. It's like transforming my life, having this discipline put into place. So I'm super grateful about that. And then there's like the mental aspect to getting through these CrossFit style of workouts, which have helped me to realize that although I might not be able to lift the heaviest weight or jump the highest or hold my plank the longest, what I am able to do is acknowledge where I'm at today and literally show up with the integrity within that moment. It is such an amazing, beautiful mental shift when you think about approaching a workout with integrity, integrity of form, integrity with acknowledging where I'm at on my beautiful journey to getting stronger and to, to building stamina and things like that. So that's been the very first component. And I feel like because I've gotten consistent with my workouts, which is what I'm suggesting for you too, that it's going to trigger off a lot of other micro changes in your life, which will help put a better wellness program into play for this summer 2019. It is literally right around the corner. And so the first thing I would say is put movement into your life. And I might have said this is the first thing, so whatever, don't keep track. I'm not a numbers girl. I'm definitely somebody who loves just being passionate and connected to being creative. So that was the shift in my life to create a better wellness program. Being consistent and getting movement into my weekly schedule. So do what you have to do to make this happen. The other ways that this has sort of like spread into other avenues of my life is that I think when I'm doing like these 45-minute hour classes where I have integrity of movement showing up and where I'm able to use my breath to pace through a really difficult workout, it lets me think about how I'm showing up in other areas of my life. So, making sure that I'm consistent with a skincare routine. I love my new face. I don't know if I have shared the love here at YouTube for my new face, but there's a wonderful app, and that app can actually schedule when I use my at home microcurrent device, which is the new face, and it triggers off on my phone at 8:30 p.m. It's time to use my new face, which actually is a trigger for my entire evening routine. At that point, it is time for me to take the makeup off, take the day off, wash my face, and make space for me to care for myself. And doing these actions morning and night are such wonderful ways to sort of rejuvenate your wellness program. So, getting connected, step 2, to the other ways that you can improve your wellness routine. So, I think part of that, of like leveling up your wellness routine, will be having a morning and an evening routine. More specifically, I guess, just in the context of what I'm talking about right now, having a an evening wellness routine is something that will help to shift your overall wellness, because it feels really good to use the new face, to wash off all of the mascara, the eyeliner, and then what I do at that point is I typically do a salt soak, which has been such a wonderful component to keeping me encouraged with going back to my workouts that I'm doing just about every other day. So the salt soak, whether you use Epsom salts, whether you use Himalayan salts, or whether you use magnesium flakes, make it hot so that your body is absorbing all of this wonderful heat. And then the salt helps to pull out the impurities, helps to detox you. And it is just such a comforting experience. So that is definitely part two of creating a new wellness program. The third and final step that I'm going to recommend that you use to renew your wellness routine. There's so many things that I could say, but I don't want to just ramble on forever. Make space for your soul. And that is something that, as a busy single mom who is also, I founded Madison and White. I created this business. There's a lot of business hustle when you're in startup and when you're really working to get your company out there to media, to influencers, to customers, and just getting the word out to people. Taking time for like a soul check-in or a spirit check-in is absolutely necessary. So what I've been doing lately is that I've just gone back to the basics, journaling. I've been making journaling, and it doesn't have to be, 5 pages here. It doesn't have to be 10, 15 pages. I literally feel good if I manage to write down what I dreamt about for the night. And then I make a little bit of space where I talk about, sorry, my dog's here, it just like made me jump. Hey, Mel. Um, where I'm literally able to, sorry, you really see if I can bring her in here. There she is. Oh, there she is. She's a love. So she's going to help me finish off this YouTube live. Basically, what I do is I journal. If I recall my dream, I write it down, and then I talk about how it makes me feel. I love to write down the current challenges that I have and a positive way that I will deal with it. I'll tell you, the journaling that I've done over the course of my life has changed a lot. And I've really shifted away from documenting all the negative stuff that happens in my life because I don't really need a record of it. I don't need to create more energy around the negativity that happens in my life. I rather shift to a positive place where I'm able to process things that happen to me, but then find a way to speak about it in terms of growth and challenges and like mistakes or failures that I've made in my life. Those actually just translate into ways that are helping me to grow. So because my Great Dane is now in the middle of my set and part of this podcast and this YouTube live, I am going to cut this off. It's just a really short, test for me getting back into doing lives, getting comfortable with doing lives. I'd like to do a live once a week where I just connect with everybody and you guys can leave comments and reactions and let me know if you have any questions about sleep, about wellness, about self-care, about beauty sleep, about Madison and White, about being a single mom, about owning a business and what that is like. I'm here to connect with you. And it starts with me doing this video and getting it done. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, head over to Instagram, follow me at Madison and White. You can find all my social media links at madisonandwhite.com. But that is it for now. Thank you so much. And I hope you get your beauty sleep tonight.